Your Wi-Fi's on. Good morning, guys.
So too. Good morning.
We're back. We're back. Yay. We're on the new schedule. I think this is the first Saturday live.
This is the first live we've done. Did we even do any? We did one or two on our trip, and then we had so many issues that time was wonky, or
time
signal,
zone,
or we didn't have.
It became like at the end of our trip, it became like
survival.
Anywhere we went, we were plugging our phones in and trying desperately to keep it charged so we could route our way home.
So lives were. So we apologize that we
went off the radar.
Kind of went off the radar a little bit, and then it's just been home trying to kind of get back in the groove. And I don't know about you, but
we were
exhausted.
Yesterday we helped a friend move, and we got there at 11:30, and we left there like 12:30. So
11:30 a.m. and
to p.m. Yes, it's a good specification. It wasn't just an hour. It was.
Good morning, Kate.
It was good morning. It was a very long day, and I fell asleep in the car, so I kind of fell asleep with a big kink in my neck, and so I woke up 8:45. I was like, oh no, I get up. So that's why I don't really look good. Very fresh face. There's no makeup, or not very little makeup. So if you don't know who we are, I feel like we should probably introduce ourselves. It's very distracting. They're painting across the street, and I keep seeing it.
Sprucing up the front of the hardware store.
Yeah.
So we're excited to see what's gonna look like.
Yeah. So we're the Rustic Girls.
Yes,
I am Katie.
And I'm Patty.
We're a mother-daughter duo here in Granite Falls, Washington. We co-own Rustic Redemption, which is like a home decor, antiques, gift shop here in Granite Falls. As well as we're building an online community of women that we encourage, educate, and empower to create beautiful homes and live intentional lives. Because I feel like both of those they go hand in hand. And so we're excited. We're getting ready. We just got back from a big pick, so we're getting ready for a special event this next week, and we're getting ready to launch our website. We got another step at the end of the month of a bunch of stuff coming due, so hopefully next couple months, along with that group, we're going to be launching a private group for women to join, and it's just going to be kind of a special community for us to lean on each other, learn from each other, encourage each other, and we'll have lots going on in there as far as tutorials and lives, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that.
And that's the Barn Loft. I had Kate actually came in. She goes, what is this Barn Loft? I heard you say something about the Barn Loft. What is that? I just love that.
That's the Barn Loft.
So yeah, that's the Barn Loft.
Do you want to kind of share the vision behind the name of the Barn Loft, the Rustic Girls Barn Loft?
Well, I think we were kind of trying to come up with something that kind of fit, and it just kind of occurred to me that we're Rustic Girls, and we have our little barn, and in our logo and our little barn that we use for different things. And I was just thinking about how days gone by. I'm sure still I wish I had a big barn to do this in, but the Barn Loft was a place where young girls went to dream and play and think about things and talk to their friends and share secrets and just have fun together.
Kind of a safe little
just kind retreat. Of like a little fort of years gone by. And so I just got to thinking, I'm like, Barn Loft, that's the place we would go, in the barn, to sit down with all of you and talk about all this fun stuff, and
it being kind of a safe, protected
safe
place for you
where we can
be vulnerable and
share our hearts, encourage and uplift one another, and learn from each other, learn new things. And so that was kind of the idea behind.
Super. I feel like we're gonna we need I wish we could roll their blinds.
I know.
If you see us just zoning out, the other person's talking, it's because literally they're right. We need to get our game faces on, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, good morning, Elizabeth. Okay. Well, this morning we wanted to talk to you guys about, we were kind of talking on the trip and laughing. The importance of softness and strength, and having both of those. As a rustic girl, you know, I think if you have too much strength, you're going to be cold and you're going to be cut off. If you're too soft, you're not going to be able to get things done. And so, you know, there was, for us on the trip, that was so much growth, you guys. 36-foot RV. Neither of us have ever driven it. We kind of thought I would be doing most of the driving.
We kind of did.
Because usually I'm the, let's just get it done. I can do this.
I don't even like driving my own comfortable vehicle out of town. I'm just not a...
I got behind the wheel and had a panic attack. And so this lady did the driving for the trip, and she did amazing. She was a natural. But a lot of, learning curve with RVs. And so we had a lot of like technical difficulties. And at one point, I was wearing actually this dress, which it comes to about my knee, it brushes my knee. And we left a pick, and we go to leave, and our RV steps will not go back up in. And we spent about an hour there. And I mean, there was a couple times on our trip where we called our husbands, like, it's not working. I don't know what to do. I just wish you were here. You know, which is the softness, the wanting someone to lean on and to support you and help you. And then there was the strength, which was they were not there. And so we needed to figure it out. And so let me tell you.
YouTube tutorials.
Google and YouTube.
Amazing.
Best friends. Yeah. And so we ended up finding a tutorial where we have to like disconnect this arm so we can manually put our thing up. And then, you know, and there's so many ways in this trip. Oh, I could rabbit trail. We'll have to do another live just talking about all the ways that we could see God in work and at like, his hand and everything. But anyway, so we had a roll of duct tape. So we duct taped the steps up and we were back on the road. And so that was just, I ended up having Mom take a picture because I was like, it's such a perfect vision. I'm sitting there, and granted, everyone driving along the highway that was like, I mean, it was a good like 100 or so feet out.
We were way back from the highway.
But there was a highway, and I'm sure they got a lovely view because I was not wearing shorts. Whoops. And, but, you know, me laying under in a cute little sundress, laying under an RV with, you know, a vintage iron.
Which makes an excellent hammer if you're in a pinch.
And duct tape. Good morning, Maria.
Hi.
Yeah, and so we got the steps taped up and we're on the road. And, you know, that's kind of that. I felt like that was the perfect image of that softness and that strength. Because I think there's value in both.
Yes,
so,
there is.
You know, strength, you get things done.
Well, and I think, you know, like what you were saying with strength, comes the maybe a coldness, but I also think, you know, sometimes when you feel strengthened, you know, you feel strong about something, you don't feel you need help. You don't need your husband. You don't need God, dare I say.
You don't need friends.
You don't need,
nobody.
I got this. I am woman, hear me roar. And, you know, then there's the other end of the spectrum of that softness and, oh, I can't do it. I can't puzzle. I just can't do it. You know, somebody come rescue me, and you just will sit there and cry, waiting for somebody to come rescue you. But I think that was what was interesting, and what kind of started this conversation for us was, you know, for me personally, this was like a huge growing and finding more of that. You know, I've got a lot of strength in a lot of ways, but there's certain things that are just those things. I just always relied on my husband, and like Katie said, like I was fully prepared to give it my best go on this whole.
Sorry guys, I'm removing us, or I'm gonna stare at that all day, and
It's going for a walk.
Sorry, I should have probably told you before I started moving the camera, but I just was like, okay, I'm done. I need to stop staring at that, and it's very distracting. Okay, so now I'm staring at a red Jeep that's doing nothing. So. Sorry.
Anyways, so in my mind, you know, I was fully determined I was going to give it my best go, but I figured it would probably end up being I would be driving part of the time, extremely terrified, and she would be doing a larger probably portion of it.
Yeah. That's how we thought it was going to go too. My husband and
I. And then just doing the things. I mean, when we've had in our house, there's always been the man jobs and the woman jobs, and usually the lines don't blur. And as our lives have changed and we've gotten older, they've started blurring. You know, my husband has actually emptied the dishwasher and loaded it, which like never.
If you knew him, that's
never
kind of
happened
crazy
in the past. Yeah,
yeah, that's just one of the things he doesn't do.
Yeah, he's never kind of, you know, anyway, and he's cooked. You know, he doesn't do a lot of that. So, you know, for me, it was that inner, I just want my husband here to do this for me. And, but figuring it out on our own. And it was, where I was going with this was, it was very empowering. Mm-hmm. Like realizing we could do this. We could do this on our own without the help of any man. Not in a slamming way, but at the same time...
Without help from anyone.
Huh? Without the help from anyone.
Just men are usually our heroes.
But the realization, you know, in talking about it, is having a deeper appreciation for those things that our husbands do for us. Those jobs that are, you know, less than glamorous, like, you know, emptying the sewage on an RV.
If you missed it, guys, there was a picture. I'm going to say it will make your week. Not just your day, your week. It was in our Insta story, and I added it to our 2018 trip highlights. Baking trip highlights.
That's on Instagram.
So that's on Instagram. So if you go like to our profile, there's like a row of different things that we like highlighted, our shop and us and our community. So this would be the trip one. There's a hilarious picture about emptying the sewage. Yes.
But just that realization of having, while I was strengthened and empowered, I also came to realize I had a deeper and stronger appreciation for my husband and for the things that he's done in the past that, you know, I've honestly just taken for granted that they're just his job. Just like, you know, he probably takes for granted that, you know, there's going to be food in the fridge. And
when you're gone for 2 weeks, I'm sure he got a crash course taking things for granted.
Oh but goodness, you know, both are so important.
See if you need it. Aww, Kaylin's a little rustic girl.
Aww.
She's safer from the spiders.
That's awesome.
Exactly, though. The men, you know, especially if you get a good one, they're our heroes. Mm-hmm. But it's nice to know when you can do it yourself. You don't have to have them. You know, so I was gonna, you know, you kind of took a different direction, and I love it. Just that time of appreciating those who are, but touching on that balance, I think that it's so important to have, because being strong can be off-putting, you know, a little bit. When you don't need anyone, people assume you don't need them when you're always doing stuff yourself, and that can be a lonely place. And so the softness comes in for relationship building, because if you're strong all the time, let me turn it down a little bit so you can see Patty a little more. She looks better than me anyway. Oh my gosh. Can't improve upon the original, am I right? Yeah, so I just feel like, you know, the softness comes in for relationships, because we don't need pretty much anyone to survive. You can do it on your own. Trust me, girl, you got this. Except maybe the spiders. I get kind of nauseous around spiders. But you can do it by yourself, but it's going to be a lonely existence if you do it all by yourself. And so being soft is allowing other people to see your vulnerabilities, to see your weak spots, and allowing that relationship to build by saying, like, here, you can help me in this area, and I get to help you in this area, and now we're connected. We've depended on each other. So it's really important not to be all strength, because you're going to be lonely. But it's really important not to be all soft, because you're going to sit there crying because your RV step won't go up, and so 4 days later, you're still sitting in that parking lot crying.
In Kansas.
In Kansas, probably if tornadoes hit, you might be dead. So it'll save your life not being a baby, not being too soft. I should say, not being a baby. I'm not name calling, but being too soft, you aren't able to just step up and get things done. You need to have a little bit of that inner strength and a little bit of, what's it called, in your spine? Steel in your spine?
Steel.
you know, that you're able to just like, all right, here we go. I'm going to stiffen up. I'm going to get this done.
Well, and I think oftentimes in woman-to-woman relationships, you know, opposites don't attract. It's like strong women and soft, really soft women. Oftentimes, you know, if you're a fully strong woman or you're a fully, the really strong women intimidate you. And if you're
a strong woman,
a really strong woman, they just look at you like you're a puny little weakling.
They're annoying.
Yeah, they're annoying because they're just going to sit and cry everything. But seeing that as an opportunity for a strong woman to soften a little bit,
to learn from,
and say, you know what, she's soft, but I bet I could help her. I could come up alongside her and encourage her, and
you know, for the soft girl looking at a really strong girl going, she's strong, but I can see that she's lonely. And I can teach her how to be a little bit softer like me. And so I think that it's really important. I mean, I think about us. I think we're that, you know, we talk about a relationship and how well we work together in so many ways. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. we're going to be honest with you. We've had our share of fights. We still have our share of fights, especially when we're tired or there's a lot going on. We will still butt heads, and sometimes we'll butt heads over the stupidest stuff.
But it's usually over the stupidest stuff.
And we will get in a fight. I mean, we've had yelling matches. We've had those around the house.
I haven't had one of those in a long time.
It's been a while. Maybe we should this morning. It's been a while. You know, our husbands definitely know to, like, when we were living together, like, okay, duck for cover, don't get involved. Because if you got in the middle, it was worse. You try to intervene on one person's side, and it's like, whoa, back off. You don't know what you're talking about. So, you know, we've had our share of fights, but I will say that, you know, my mom tends to be softer. Mm-hmm. You know, you've always had a really good man to depend on, and you were raised to be you were like a delicate flower to your parents. And so you sat inside reading books and daydreaming, and you didn't go do the tough things.
That's
your parents took care of the tough things. And so you always grew up to be very soft. And I have a lot of my dad in me. And so I am able to just get in there and get it done. I've had a few hard knocks in life that have taught me lessons, and I can get in there and I get in and be tough. And so there are times when my mom, you know, something's not working, usually technology is not working, and I get a phone call from her own. I don't know what's going on. I just don't even know. I'm like, okay, well, what does the screen say? I don't know what the screen says. And I'm ready to punch her because it's so frustrating. You know, but there are times I walk in and I'm like, boom, 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 boom. You know, I'm saying what needs to be done. I'm taking care of it. And over here, she's getting offended and hurt because I'm railroading her. You know, and that's not her being super sensitive. That's me. I'm in the wrong on that. I come in and I'm railroading and I'm just doing what I'm doing, and I'm not really paying attention to what's going on around me. And how, you know, I'm coming through and impacting the world around me. And so I think that it's been really good to learn from each other. And I think this trip has been exciting to see. I feel like for me, I don't like letting somebody else have control. I drove most of the last trip. In fact, every road trip we've ever been on, I've done most of the driving because I like to control the speed we're going. When we stop, how often we stop, every aspect of driving. Even the music. I like to control it all, guys. I'm in control. And for me, this trip, I let go. I didn't pick the music. I didn't drive.
Now, granted, we ended up only having
like one station in each area.
Yeah, we just had the AM/FM radio, and it was all right.
It was fine.
We got to experience some other music that we don't usually listen to.
But you know, on that, I was able to step down and be soft and just let go of control and let my mom kind of take charge. And for you, I feel like you were able to take charge in so many ways, and just like, you know, doing the driving and just taking over and figuring things out. And so it's good to be friends. I guess all of that to say, it's good to be friends with somebody who is the opposite of you. If you are a soft woman, find a hard woman and figure out how to be her friend. Pursue her. If you are a hard woman, find a soft woman, preferably if they drive you nuts. Because if they drive you nuts, that means they are soft. Go be their friend, because you can learn from them, and it will be the relationship you will find once you work through and you learn from each other a little bit. It can be one of the sweetest relationships because you complement each other really well. You're her yin to her yang. Sorry guys, I don't have a better reference, but you balance each other. So It's really important to have both. I think it's really important to find both. If you're a strong woman, find some soft women to be friends with. If you're a soft woman, find some strong girls to be friends with and learn from them. You can't have one or the other. It's just, it doesn't work. You have to have that balance to be truly happy and thriving, which is what we want to see. We want to see all women thriving, you know. And you have to have some strength if you want to pursue your dreams. It's not easy. You know, for us being here in the shop, this has been a dream come true. But you know, Mom posted last night or the night before about how it's hard work. There are times we're standing out the shop in the cold for 2 hours while dinner waits, inventorying. That is not fun, guys. It is boring and it's a lot of thinking, and you're cold and you just want to go home and eat. But you have some fortitude because you know what your dream is. You know what you want it. And so the strength is so important. But the softness is important to have so that you don't isolate yourself in the pursuit of your dreams. And that you're open to, for us, people walking the door and connecting with them. That wouldn't happen if we were just focused on ourselves and our dreams. So I feel like I've talked a lot. I need more chocolate. I'm not going to say what's going on in my life right now, guys. I'll let you interpret as a woman. But I woke up, well, yesterday I craved it and I didn't get it. And so I've got a Theo chocolate bar my favorite flavor that I shoplifted.
We have a ready supply here.
I'm pretty sure I bought the entire last box. So,
but my tab. As you alluded, we do have we have a lot of stories to share over time. God made himself so present and real to us throughout this whole trip, and it's like, you know, and there were things that, I mean, it took us a while, and all of a sudden you go, oh my gosh, look at this. He knew exactly, you know, you look back, you're just like, okay, I've got what I need, I've got what I need, I've got what I need. And then you look back and you go back to why you had those things in the first place and that they were there. It's like, he was like working stuff out long before we ever left Washington. And so it's really cool. And I think that's part of it is you sometimes have to look.
Oh my gosh, I mean, there's the best quote I read the other day about that basically was like, people who live life with their eyes open are more likely to experience miracles or something like that, but totally butchered it. I apologize. But it's exactly that.
Yeah.
You have to have your eyes open. I mean, you can call it what you like. There are a lot of people that say, well, that's just
coincidence or happenstance.
Or fate. Or you can call it whatever you want to call it. What I see is the Lord's hand in every aspect of our life. And so we're excited to share that for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like it's its own other live. So, and we want to start going live during the week, so we'll probably share one of those.
Yeah, we're trying to get back in our new groove because we are changing some things up, and so this was kind of, we intentionally held off to till this Saturday. So we'll be doing Saturday morning coffee now.
Instead of Monday.
Instead of Mondays.
Close now on Mondays.
And then later in the week, or partway through the week.
Yeah, we'll have a couple lives during the week. It won't ever be as long as this one. This is kind of our long visit with y'all live. Yeah.
All right.
Patty's dying.
That's the wrong pipe.
Leave your memorial messages here. We are excited this week, and I believe we're at 50% sold out. We are having our special after the pick event. If you haven't heard about it, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have, now they're on my side of the street, distracting me. Now there's people wandering the street picking up trash. Come on, guys. I know you're trying to be nice, but do it later. You're distracting me. Yes, our after the pick event. So we had so much fun on our trip. We found some really cool things. We've got some cool stories with some of it. We can always tell you where it came from, and kind of, we always have a story for something. I would say just about everything has a story. So all of our pick stuff is not come out. It's not on the floor. No. It's coming out Tuesday night at this special event. It will all come out. So our floor will be super full. Lots of cool stuff. So you'll be able to, we'll just be here, to hang out. Obviously, if you want to buy things, we'll be here to check you out, but here to hang out, to share the stories from the trip and from the pieces we found, their history if we have it. There's going to be some special treats. We picked up the Magnolia Table Cookbook. We've got one to give away. And we're going to be baking some recipes from that, you guys.
And we've got some
Huckleberry lemonade.
Huckleberry lemonade. We brought back mix. We brought back from, that was Colorado.
And some gift baskets. We're going to be giving away 3 gift baskets full of stuff we picked up on our trip. Some cool goodies and stuff like that.
And everyone that has paid and comes in the door has a special gift as well.
So we really want to take care of and spoil everyone who comes to our event. So if you haven't checked that out, go to our event page and check it out. It's only $25, and I promise you're gonna leave thinking this was so worth it. Because it's gonna be a blast. We're having a lot of fun with it. So that's kind of been the big push. We get in the door, we're like, okay, we gotta get our store put back together, and then we got it. Oh my gosh!
Oh, speaking
like
of
a greyhound with the fur of a sheep.
Speaking of our store, part of the reason we had to put our store back together is because we left, and so when we moved into this new space in beginning of March, well, the guys, I don't know how much Justin worked on this.
Yeah, it was the 2 Mr. Rustics.
Yes.
Rustic and
so they were working on. So we found, if you've been in the shop, you've probably seen it, but it's this really cool. So he was gonna trim it out in pallet boards for the trim work. That was the original plan, and then we found this really cool Montana beetle board, and I'm trying to figure out if there's a piece. Right up there is a really good example. I just don't know if
wrong way
of the wood.
Whoop. Here, I'll turn you so you can see. So see, it's got the holes. That's from the beetles chewing their way through the wood.
So found that, and he was like, well, this isn't, that expensive compared to all the work in pulling pallet boards apart. And so he started trimming out before we opened here and ran out of time. And so it's like, okay, you got to just be done, put everything in its place. And he kept looking for opportunities to come in and do a section at a time. And so we said, you know what, we're going to be gone for like a week and a half. And so before we left, we pulled everything kind of out from the walls so they could work on the trim. And so we have these cool, sorry.
Where are you going?
I don't want to make you sick. We have these cool beams that run down the center. And so we had stained them, but they weren't trimmed out. And so, let's get you up here.
Oh my gosh, you're going to make them throw up.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it perfectly.
So he trimmed out, put these thing above, and did these cool little triangle pieces. So we were very excited. It was
He
super
did a beautiful
fun.
job.
Yeah.
Slowly say.
So, but all that to say, everything was still pushed out, and so we had to get all that back in order, and then it's just been busy.
Inventory.
The problem with filling a motorhome with a whole ton of stuff,
like, that's about all of it. Oh shoot, there's
multiple
this
states, and the thing is,
you start mixing it up the more you pack.
Yeah, and you think you're gonna remember, and you've got everything to kind of, and so you're like trying to sort it all out and figure out what came from where, because we want to be accurate about that where things came from, and so getting that all sorted out, and then it's like getting it cleaned up and ready to go, and priced and tagged and all that fun stuff. So plus getting all of our goodies ready for Tuesdays. So so we hope anyone else that hasn't signed up yet, that you will join us Tuesday
Comment
night.
Rustic Girl right here.
Yeah.
We will get in touch with you to make sure you get a spot.
Other than that, whatever is left after Tuesday night will be out on the floor. We've had a couple people come in and asking, oh, you brought, and it's like,
I really don't think, there will be a lot left, I'm sure, because there's a lot.
There's a lot.
We've been posting some of the really cool stuff, some of our favorites, and I don't think those pieces will make it through the night. I really think they'll find their home pretty quickly. So if there's something particular that you're wanting that you've seen posted, really recommend coming to the event to make sure you get it. I keep having people come in, is this here? And, sorry, it already went home. So it's going to be good.
Tomorrow, we would be remiss if we didn't mention
We're closed.
It's Mother's Day, and we had decided before we left that we would be closed on Mother's Day, which is kind of it feels kind of hard because we were closed extra. We just got back, and but we feel it's important to take that time and encourage other people to take that time to be with their moms.
If you don't have Mom's Day gifts,
but we're here all day today, and we have we had put together before we left
Mother's Day bundle,
the Mother's Day bundle with the Pray Big mugs and a chocolate bar and a necklace,
Rustic Girl necklace. Yeah, we have,
and all those things are also available individually. We only have one plant thing currently because the other one is sold, and our plants are a little slow this year. We were a little
taking a little long to bloom up,
so we'll have more.
We haven't fed them, and then Kate from Kate Flores Story. Don't try to talk and eat chocolate, guys. Kate from Kate Flores Studio has brought in a bunch of necklaces for Mother's Day
and bracelets.
So
a lot of really cute ones. I got this one as an early gift. You can see it says Grammy, and I've been encouraged to pick charms for all my
grandkids,
little ones. Oh, thanks for all the love. So she's got some other ones back there, I think, that say different. I know she has some of the Mother's Day ones, but she's got a whole bunch of really sweet necklaces and bracelets back there.
There's a lot of really cool options.
We've got all kinds of great things. We've got Gospel in the Jar shirts. We've got teacups and all kinds of fun blankets and pillows, and I don't know what all else. Cool vintage stuff. So there's sure to be something different,
a unique special gift.
For
no matter who your mom is,
mom, grandma,
we got something
whoever that special woman in your life that cares for you and you would like to bless and honor tomorrow. So we will be here all day for that.
I'm wanting chocolate. I'm tired.
Is that? Hi, Jafar. Hi. I don't know. Anything else?
I think that's about it. We gotta get moving to get opened up.
It's a beautiful sunny day. Beautiful day here in Granite Falls. It's supposed to be. I heard it was supposed to be summer-like weather. That's what I heard.
It looks like
coming in.
Oh my gosh!
Look at
twinsies. Okay, so we did not talk this morning, but I'd like you to notice similar patterned dresses. Well, she's wearing a shirt. And twinsy shoes.
Yeah, which somebody already called us out on when we went to Magnolia.
Well, it's funny because we went to Magnolia Table. Oh yeah, Magnolia we were matching.
Yeah.
Because we had the Rustic Girl shirt and the shoes.
We wore the rest.
But at Magnolia Table, also we had me and my mom were wearing matching shoes, and my daughters, my two older daughters, were wearing matching shoes. Twinsies. We were talking about that when you get older. They're on the trip that like you go through a stage where like if you're good friends with somebody, you're like, oh, I want to wear everything they wear. I want to look just like them. I'm going to order the same food as them. And then you get to this point where like, I'm not going to be, that's stupid. I'm not going to be like other people.
Oh my gosh, we're going to be seen in public wearing the same thing.
You have that dress? I got to go change. And then you get to the stage like where we're at, where you're like, we're twins? Oh, cool, how fun. And then you move on with your life. And you just don't really care either way. So,
yeah.
That's when you know you've arrived. When you just don't care anymore. But we hope you guys have a beautiful Saturday. We hope to see you today if you're local. If you're not, I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are at. And happy Mother's Day.
Yes. To all the moms out there.
To all the moms. We definitely, emphasize all the moms. If you're a stepmom, if you're a foster mom, if you're a mom of a baby that's in heaven, if
you're just someone who's taken other
kids under your wings,
or other women under, other people. It doesn't have to be women, but you know,
loved that you've given yourself to as a mom would. We celebrate you. We applaud you. You're amazing. You're beautiful. And we really think that it's just important to make sure that all the moms in your world feel loved. And, you know, I know Mother's Day can be really hard for the moms who have lost children, whether it be through miscarriages or through, you know, death later in life. Mother's Day can be a really hard day. And I think just a quiet acknowledgement is probably, in my experience, the best way. Just give them a card, give them something, give them a hug. Just says Happy Mother's Day. Validating that they are a mom, but giving them the space to grieve. Well, it is a hard day for a lot of them.
And I was going to say, speaking from experience, it's like for those that have lost their moms, you know, I know a lot of women that they've lost their mom and they don't want anything to do with Mother's Day because it's just a big fat reminder of, you know, their loss. And, you know, for me, it's like I just try to still honor her, you know, in my mind and my heart, you know, what an impact she had on my life, and try to enjoy the day regardless. But for some, it is extra hard, especially if it's a new loss, you know, recent loss. It can be extra hard.
So, love to all. Be kind to each other. Have a great day. And we will chat at you soon.
Absolutely.
Bye.